In this video, we will show you how to replace your rear lower control arm on this Honda Accord. This is part of your rear suspension located behind your rear wheel. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. The first thing you want to do is safely raise and support the rear of the vehicle so the wheel's off the ground. Once you've done that, continue on to removing all 5 of your 19mm lug nuts and then the wheel. Now that we have the wheel out of the way, we have a clear view of our rear control arm. To be able to remove this, you'll find that you have a 17mm mounting nut on the far side, and you also have mounting hardware on the inboard side. Now this is an adjustment bolt. Typically it will be frozen inside of the bushing of the control arm. It's pretty common. It's a good idea to have a brand new adjustment bolt. With that said, to get this out of here, let's remove this plastic panel. You'll find that you have 2 plastic push clips and 3 10mm headed bolts. Use a trim tool to remove the push clips. Just carefully make your way under the center and pop that out of place. A quick inspection and you can set that aside. Remove the panel, a quick inspection, set it aside for now. Remove your 17mm outboard nut. Remove the washer. Give this a wiggle to make sure it breaks free. To remove the inboard adjustable mounting bolt, we'll be using a 14mm. Come right along the front there, and a 17mm for the nut. If you have a hard time getting that bolt out of place, go ahead and use a Sawzall or whatever you might happen to have to cut the bolt. You want to try to get in between the subframe area and the bushing. But be extremely careful on the forward side because your fuel tank is right next to this area. Use a metal blade with this. Now that we have the rearward side done, we'll continue on with the inboard side of that bolt. Once again, we're being extremely careful for that fuel tank. There's the other half of that bolt. Let's get this thing out of here. There it is, friend. Now we can prepare to install our brand new rearward lower control arm. Before you put this in place on your mounting stud, it's a good idea to use a little bit of anti-seize on this area. Now we'll continue on with applying a little bit of copper anti-seize to our adjustment bolt as well. Come right along the shaft area here. Let's take this new control arm and start sliding it into place. We'll start out along the outboard side and swing this up into the proper position. As far as the alignment cam, it's a good idea to have that facing downward. Now we'll continue on with the outboard cam. We'll twist that bolt as needed to get this aligned properly. There we are. That mounting nut on there. Now let's pause here and continue on to starting on that outboard nut on the other side of the control arm. Make our way out here. Now that we have both areas started, let's continue on to raising the rear suspension to the original ride height position. Once you've done so, you can snug each of these and then torque them to 43 foot-pounds. Confirm everything's nice and tight and remove the support from underneath your rear suspension. Let's put that plastic panel back in position. Continue on to all of your mounting hardware. Starting the mounting bolts here. As for the push pins, go ahead and press in the outer portion and then lock it in with the center. We'll continue on by reinstalling our wheel. Start on all 5 of your 19mm lug nuts, bottom them out. We'll get the wheel back on the ground, and then we can torque them to 80 foot-pounds. With the wheel safely on the ground, torque these lug nuts in a crisscross manner. Torqued. Okay, friend, we've got our control arm installed in the vehicle. At this point, you want to take it for a road test, listen for funny noises, and get yourself safely down to your local alignment shop. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.